Beautiful scenery, well, it's also rich in history. Take a look.
Right here in Stockton, California, our very own backyard, Sorelle Winery sits on land that carries a rich history dating back to the 1700s. A man named John Dodge brought his family all the way from Vermont to settle here and discover gold. This became the main stagecoach stop with the Calaveras River so close to offer horses and families fresh water. The outside obviously has its history. There's a plaque here that commemorates that, but let's talk about the inside of the house.
A house like this, nowadays to build, it cost $4,500 to build in those days.
Walk us through the front door.
It would go into an area that probably originally was 2 parlors. There's a fireplace on the left side of the room. There's a fireplace on the right side of the room. That would have been divided by a wall because there would have been a parlor for the men and a parlor for the women. I don't know why they segregated that way, but
well,
anyway.
They did so that the women could smoke too and not let the men know.
Yeah, and not see them since it wasn't maybe
acceptable then, right?
Acceptable, yeah.
Mike shared with me that the house is in the process of another renovation.
I'm working with a local architect, and we're going to go back as far as we can. You know, you have to pick an age and a time where you're comfortable with, because obviously if we went back far enough, we'd have to tear the bathrooms out and put them in the backyard and put a moon on the door, you know, and who's going to do that?
Upstairs, downstairs in its original form?
Pretty much in its original form. Like maybe the staircase might not be as it is today. Where
the winery sits now, you have it restored also, and it's beautiful. But that was that a butler's quarters?
The butler's family actually lived in a small house on the exact place that the winery sits on now.
Right. So even though it was you rebuilt it, it actually in its heyday it was there anyway. Right. We really are the gateway to the gold rush. We're here. We settled it all.
This is what it's all about. That's exactly right.
I want to thank you personally, and everyone that drives by should stop in and not only enjoy the wine, but certainly learn a little bit about our American history, because it is right here. Mike, thanks.
Thank you.
The Daughters of the American Revolution have also worked hard to maintain awareness of the history here. I spoke with Iris, a member from the DAR, and she shared with me a little more about what they do. Tell me what you ladies do, and I know you do so much.
We promote history, education, and patriotism. And our object is try to keep history alive. We work with the veterans. We send care packages overseas. We make quilts for the veterans coming into Palo Alto Trauma Center from Iraq and Afghanistan, and we just try to keep history alive.
You are keeping history alive. We thank you for that. Without the knowledge of what our forefathers have done for us, we wouldn't be standing here today.
That's right.
This plaque is beautiful, what you're doing to preserve our history, and of course, all of you in your organization helping the veterans and all of those that enable us to be free. We can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
Because it's about them, so thank you, Iris.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right.